Good afternoon, Coolest Coast. It is time for Coffee on the Coast. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Coffee on the Coast. I'm your host today, Tina Prigge, welcoming back to our show Meredith Gadzinski from Manitowoc Public Library. So nice to see you, Meredith.
Hi, Tina. It's good to see you too.
And we're talking about some new tech gadgets that you have, some fun stuff for adults at the library. What have you got?
Yes. So a couple weeks ago or a week and a half ago, we launched, it's an audiobook format called Playaway for adults. And it's available for checkout. It's located at the beginning of where the books on CD are located, downstairs on first floor. There's also some on display towards the front of the library. So basically it's the book all in one device. So it's built for listening right away. And all you really need are either headphones or earbuds, or you can plug it into, if you have an aux cable in your vehicle, you can plug it in there. And then you can listen to it on your car. One word of advice, when you turn your car off, make sure you turn the Playaway off, because the Playaway will keep running and then you lose your spot. And another thing that you will need is a AAA battery. And that should get you through the life of the book. We don't check those out for people. So they'll have to provide the headphones and the AAA battery. And it just goes in the device like that. This one's not in there. Just like that. And you put the battery cover on. And then here's the device. We're demoing The Fourth Wing. It's a great fantasy series. The newest in that series, The Oracle, is out. And I heard that people are having Oracle parties. But I've read the series and I like it. So it's a great read if you like dragons and relationships and high fantasy drama, basically.
I saw that you also have The Women by Kristen Hanna. That's
on Playaway. I think is checked out. I mean, that got checked out right away. It's a very popular book. Yes.
You can check these out.
Yep. So you can check these out. It's a 3-week checkout period. You can renew them. You can place holds just like a book, because it's an audiobook. And then once you get it checked out and you get your battery all set and you choose how you want to listen to it, you just need the aux cable. And I'm using a little mini speaker here, and we'll get to that later. And you just plug in the speaker and make sure your speaker's on. Where's the on switch? Yep. Make sure it's on, and then you press play. Then you press the on button. I know Lisa probably did a better job demoing it in the video. And then you just press play.
Recorded Books presents.
Can you hear that?
Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Narrated by Rebecca Soler with Teddy Hamilton. Fourth Wing is a non-stop, thrilling adventure fantasy set in the brutal and competitive world of a military college for dragon riders, which includes elements regarding war, battle, hand-to-hand combat, perilous situations, blood, intense violence, brutal injuries, death, poisoning.
Can we listen to the whole thing?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, let's listen to the whole thing. And then when you're ready to pause it, you just press pause and it holds your place. One of the benefits to Playaways is you don't have to change the CDs partway through. And you also don't need the internet to use it. Like we have Libby, which is a really great resource. But if you don't like the internet, or you don't want to use the internet, or you don't have access to the internet, you can just use the Playaway, and it's one complete book.
If you pause
on one device
and then you turn it off to get back to it later, does it save that spot that you're in because you?
I believe so.
Okay.
I also know if you're a person who listens to audiobooks when they exercise, and I learned this by accident. If you hold the power button down, you can lock it. So the jostling in your pocket shouldn't pause it or fast forward accidentally pressing buttons.
So you could be listening to it while you were jogging or working out. Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that's another nice option there.
Tim asked the question, and let's just verify. If you don't have your own small exterior speaker, did you say the library does check out little speakers?
Yes. They're not available yet. We're still getting to that part of it, but the speaker that I demoed it on, we're going to make available for checkout at the service desk. So you'd go to the main service desk to check it out. And you can use it with your Playaway. You can use it with whatever device has an aux cable. So we intended to help. Not everyone likes headphones and not everyone likes earbuds. So we thought that the speaker is a nice option for people who want to listen to Playaways, who don't like I know my grandma would have never listened to a Playaway on her headphone. Like she would have used a speaker, she would have used something else. So this is kind of to offer that for that demographic or anyone who prefers not to have things over their ears or in their ears. But yeah, so those will be available soon. I don't have a date, but we're close. And we'll do an announcement when they're available. But yeah,
you playing that on the speaker like that and the nice audio quality that it had gave me a whole new idea for a book club. That rather than going and reading the book, you all sort of gather together like old time radio and listen to it together, right? And then
you could. And then you could talk about it. I don't know exactly what happens at the parties about the fourth book, the Oracle parties. I was at a training a week and a half ago, and someone brought that up, and I thought, oh, I didn't realize. I mean, I like that genre, so I read it, and it's very popular.
Nice. So the fact that it doesn't require Wi-Fi or the internet, it's the perfect thing where you could take it if you're on a walk in the woods, if you're at the beach, if you're going away somewhere more remote. You don't have any of those connection issues.
Yep, you don't have to worry about having unlimited data. I know I don't have an unlimited data plan, so I'm very careful about how I spend my data. So you have to worry about that. And I know, like, for the youth Playaways, which have been out already for over a year now, some parents limit screen time. So it's so if your kids like audiobooks, you don't want them using Libby particularly, which is our ebook system, they can check out a Playaway, and it's not a screen.
Oh, so can you check out a Playaway via Libby?
No.
Okay.
They have, so Libby has audiobooks that you can check out and listen to. Yes, but you need an internet connection, and you need a device like your phone or an iPad or some sort of tablet or your computer. You need a device to download and listen to it. And what I was saying, like, for parents who want to limit screen time, the Playaway isn't a screen.
Right.
So
it's just like that little LCD.
And there's no distraction there. And if you're one that's more careful about how much time you spend on your screens, Playaways are a nice option for audiobooks.
Nice. What's the collection like for adults?
It's a smattering because it's the beginning. So we have some classics. I know I saw some Jane Austen down there, and the Fourth Wing series. We have those books. Some women's fiction. There's mysteries. There's suspense. There's Danielle Steele, which I think Lisa demoed on her video for our Facebook page. So it's just kind of a smattering of what we offer to the public in other formats. Basically, there's romance, there's all sorts. We have something for everyone. We also have nonfiction titles as well.
Oh, nice. Well, I know when there's a certain book that a person's looking for, if you don't have it at the Manitowoc Public Library, you can cooperatively work with other libraries to sometimes get it. Yep. Is the Playaway, do you kind of do the same thing? Do you exchange those with other libraries?
I know within our system, 2 other libraries in our library system do offer Playaways. So those I believe you can place on hold and check those out. I personally am not aware of Playaways being offered through interlibrary loan, which is outside our 5 library system. My theory is you can always ask, and then you can find out why or if it's possible. There's very few times we can't get what people want one way or another, either whether it's within our system or outside our system. But you can always ask, and they may just say, no, we're not going to share that collection with you, because they're a little bit more expensive than a hardcover book. And
right, and a little more limited too at this point.
Yep. Yeah.
I was thinking too, that great speaker that you showed that you can check out with it. What a great way to have like a bedtime story.
Yep. You can just plug it in and they can fall asleep to it. Or you can fall asleep to it. If
Right,
that's how you
without
like
having
to
to
fall
pull it
asleep.
apart.
Yeah.
Hey, we do have a question. Tim wants to know, do you have any information on how to become a certified everyday dragon rider in real life?
I would suggest that Tim call the service desk and ask that question. We have great staff willing to answer that question on how to become a dragon rider. I know, like in this series, it's pretty intense and scary. So I don't
Tim, I
know.
think it might require having dragons around
Yeah,
first.
that too. I mean, and can you imagine feeding dragons?
Yeah, they
The
say, right?
cost it would be?
The worst
Um,
gift to give
Unless
someone is
they
an elephant.
go hunt themselves. I mean, I don't know how that would work if it's like horses or,
Oh, yeah, let them out to pasture.
yeah.
Okay,
But
so
our reference people can certainly handle that question. So I'm sorry,
um,
services staff.
Meredith, this is a picture of sort of what to expect when you open the case.
Yep.
Can you tell us what we're looking at here?
Yes. So what you're looking at is um, the AAA battery is not included. When you buy Playaways, they are included. So ignore the battery, but you can see the instructions on the inside of the case, where it talks about meeting the Playaway, and you can see where you put the battery, the narration speed. So if you're in a hurry and the narrator happens to be speaking more slowly than you want it to, you can speed it up and listen to the book a little faster. There's the power lock. So that whole diagram talks about how to use the Playaway. And then it's a how-to is all it is for that. And it's nice that it comes with the device.
Yeah,
You
so it
don't have
comes
to
with the
remember how to
instructions.
use it. It's right there, and it has nice visuals.
Okay, so you showed us the Playaway, which is that tiny little smart box, but
Yeah.
that's not what people are looking for on the shelves. How
Nope.
it's in a package on the shelves?
Yep. So the packaging looks like this. And you actually, the way you're going to see it is either like this if it's, or face out if it's on display.
And so because it's brand new, these are like right up front at the library, but eventually will be
So
near.
some of them are on display up front. The collection, however, where the collection belongs is back by the other audiovisual materials on first floor, in front of the books on CD collection. So when you go to the DVDs and you walk towards nonfiction, if you're going down the center aisle and you go more to the left, you'll see the Playaways, and past the DVDs, the books on CD start, and you'll see they're right in that first row. You really can't miss them, but you do need to, you can ask for them. I know they're kind of tucked away, but it makes most sense to put all the audiovisual items that we check out together.
Absolutely. Okay, let's say somebody has a special request. Does the library entertain, if there's a book that you don't already have, would they consider possibly adding it to the requisition list?
Yes, so we have a system for that. It's a request for purchase. I believe if you're using our public catalog, and you can get to the bottom of your search results, it says recommend to order, and you fill out a form. And then library staff will consider that. And you have options. You can put Playaway. I don't think that's in the drop-down box, but you can put that in one of the boxes. Like you're looking for this as a Playaway, or I need large print or something like that. So that's an option from home. You can also access that through our website. I'm going to bring that up because I can't exactly remember where it is. So if you go to our homepage, it's under books and more, and it's called materials request form. So you can access both of those, that same form, those two ways from home. You can also go to the service desk and you can talk to a staff member while you're here, and they can fill out the form on your behalf with the required information. You do need
Awesome.
a library card number you need a card with us to be able to use that form though.
How hard is it to get a library card?
It's not hard. All you need is proof of residency. So that's proof that you live in Wisconsin. So that can be either with your driver's license or if your address isn't updated on your driver's license, it can be a driver's license and a piece of mail. And if you bring that in, you can fill out the application and get a card that way. We do have an online form that you can fill out. And then when you come to pick up your card, you would need to provide that proof of residency. I mean, if your address is on your passport, you can use that too. It's just something showing us where your current address is.
Right. All right, so don't let anything hold you back from getting a library card if you don't already have one. These cool new tech gadgets called Playaways for adults are now available at Manitowoc Public Library. Anything else, Meredith, that you think people should know?
No, I mean, I'm really excited. So the youth collection that was launched last year, before I was in this position, has done so well. So we thought that there was definitely a community need, and it was worth spending the money on Playaways for adults. We think it's going to do really well here.
I love it. I hope they do. And, thank you to Manitowoc Public Library for being progressive and forward thinking and making materials available in so many different formats and so many different ways.
Thank you, Tina.
Pretty cool. All right. My guest today, Meredith Gadzinski from Manitowoc Public Library. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host, Tina Prigge. Thank you for watching this episode of Coffee on the Coast. We'll see you next time.